Thank you so much for having me back on the show. I'm super excited to be here. I'm Catherine Prescott, the founder and editor of Voice Brew. I started Voice Brew 2 years ago to help people learn how voice tech can make their lives better. And today, Voice Brew sends our readers a daily email newsletter with one great thing to try with Google Assistant and one great thing to try with Alexa. And I'm very excited to say that we have over 10,000 people every single day who are reading our newsletter. On today's episode of Voice Talks, I am going to be sharing 3 habits that will make your 2021 better, and of course, how your voice assistant can help. Number 1, boost your sense of purpose. So doing things like giving to charity, volunteering, checking in on elderly friends, neighbors, and relatives, even finding ways to add structure and direction to your day can all boost your sense of purpose. With your voice assistant, you can donate to hundreds of charities, and all you have to say is, "Hey Google, donate to charity," or "Alexa, donate to charity." Your voice assistant is also a great way to check in on elderly friends and neighbors. At least in my experience, some of the elderly people in my life kind of have a tough time using Zoom and some of the other video chat apps. But to use their smart speaker and smart displays, video chat, or even just non video chat features is really, really easy for them. And so it's proven to be a great way for me to keep in touch with the elderly in my life. Routines, of course, are a really effective way to add structure to your day. So I actually started my work from home routine, which I still use to this day, back in March when I was first cooped up in the very beginning of the pandemic. And it's a really simple routine. It reminds me when I might want to have lunch, or when it's time to kind of have a snack, when I might want to take a break or go for a walk. But I think the most important part of the routine is that it actually reminds me when it's time to call it quits for the day. I am sure that almost everybody who's watching this talk has experienced the phenomenon of the never ending work from home day. And sometimes it's really important and it's really helpful to just have a little nudge. Second habit for 2021, spend 20 minutes every day focused on your mental health. We are all more focused than ever on staying healthy right now. And it's important to remember that your mental health, your level of anxiety and stress, is a key component in your overall health. And there are so many tools out there that can help, that are great ways to help manage and look after your mental health. And what's really great is that your voice assistant is a gateway to all of these tools, or to many of these tools, because different things are right for different people. So your voice assistant is, in my opinion, the easiest way to try a guided meditation. All you have to say is, "Hey Google, talk to Headspace," or "Alexa, talk to Headspace." You'll be meditating almost immediately. Yoga is also a great way to get some added peace of mind. Want to start up a yoga class or see what's out there? Just say, "Hey Google, show me relaxing yoga class on YouTube," or "Alexa, open easy yoga." And if you want to try something more challenging, you can totally just ask for that too. And this is kind of a crazy one, but if you really want to try something a little bit wacky and out of the box, I recommend asking your assistant to hypnotize you and see what happens. Third habit for 2021, start up a repeatable nightly sleep routine. So, watching the latest episode of Bridgerton or whatever TV you like to watch at night is really tempting. But unfortunately, and I'm sure I'm not telling you something you don't already know, watching an hour of TV right before you go to bed is not going to help you get a peaceful night of sleep. So, I want to tell you about some of the key elements of my nightly sleep routine. It actually kicks off a few hours before I go to sleep. What I do is I have all of the smart lights across my home dim from the cooler blue or white that they're set to during the day down to a warmer white. And I'll tell you why. Light temperature actually has a real impact on your body and your circadian rhythm. So many of you are probably wondering, what is light temperature? So, light temperature is the color of your lights, even if they're white. And it actually has a real effect, as I mentioned. So, the light on the right side of this image is a cooler, bluer white. And it's great to help you wake up in the morning and focus on work throughout the day. But if you leave your lights set to this cooler blue or white into late into the evening, it might actually on the margin be making it more difficult for you to fall asleep at night. Whereas the light on the left side of the image, the warmer tones, actually tell your brain to release melatonin, which helps put your body into a more relaxed state and it helps you fall asleep. And many of the connected smart lights on the market today have a white spectrum so that you can actually change the color white of the lights throughout the day. And this is a really great way to use routines. So when it's actually time to get into bed, so this is, you're brushing your teeth, you're putting on your pajamas, this is when you want to actually kick off a bedtime routine, which, no surprise, you want to have that routine dim down your lights low. And I like to turn on relaxing audio. So this is going to be different for everybody. We all find different things relaxing. So this could be turning on ambient sounds like crashing waves or thunderstorm or a babbling brook, or I actually personally prefer just plain old white noise. You can also put on a relaxing sleep meditation if you want to try something like that. And then the last thing that I like to do, but this is totally optional, is I like to set my smart speaker to do not disturb. I get lots of notifications and messages and sometimes even calls on my smart speakers. And so I want to make sure that I don't get awakened in the middle of the night with any of these things. So if you're like me and you're getting a lot of notifications and incoming stuff on your smart speaker, set it to do not disturb. And that way you don't have to worry about it waking you up in the middle of the night. So I have spent the last few minutes talking about some of the ways that I'm going to be using Google Assistant and Alexa to help me both build and then keep with really good habits in 2021. But what I didn't mention during the talk is that my best source for many of the ideas that I write about is the voice community, and that is you. So tweet at me at KB Prescott, use the hashtag voice talks, and tell me about some of your favorite, surprising, unusual uses for voice technology and your voice assistant. I cannot wait to hear all of your ideas and all the things that you've been doing.